WWE RAW season premiere. New season, same crap. What is up, guys? Chase Aubrey here, bringing you my WWE RAW review for this week's edition. Let's get started with this one. We kicked off Raw this week with the Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho steel cage match. I thought this was a refreshing way to kick off Raw. No long, drawn-out promo. It was an actual match between an actual, I guess you can consider this, big rivalry for the WWE between Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt. So you know what? To me personally, I felt they did a good job with this match. This is definitely a good matchup between these two men. Definitely their best matchup that they've had on main TV. That's for damn sure. Jericho hitting that crossbody from the top of the cage. I said in a tweet, that's like a Raw moment. And that's something I feel that, like, you know, we've been missing from these Monday Night Raws, or those cool Raw moments inside of matches where we go like, man, that shit was awesome. Like, you remember that moment inside the match. Kind of like when Jeff Hardy did the whisper in the wind off the top of the steel cage on Umaga. I feel like we've been missing those inside of our matches as of late, and I'm so glad that Jericho went the extra mile on this one. Bray Wyatt pretty much wins this match after Jericho kicks him out of the cage. Wasn't really that big of a fan of the finish. Like, why couldn't you just have Bray Wyatt pin him with the Sister Abigail? I mean, Jericho sold it anyways. You know, why not just have Bray Wyatt win in a dominating way? Why does he need to win in a cheap heel way? At least Bray Wyatt got the attack on Chris Jericho at the end of the day. My only question is, what's next for Bray Wyatt? I guess that's the only question, but I guess we have to wait and see. WWE, I like that you gave Miz and Dolph Ziggler a promo segment. Something that I talk about all the time to build up feuds is a promo segment. Instead of having match after match after match, you can have a promo segment to build up the animosity. The problem is, even though I'm giving you credit that you gave them a promo segment, this segment wasn't good. The execution was terrible. How come every time a babyface has to be funny now in the WWE, they have to show these Photoshop pictures? Oh, look at the Miz naked. It's like, who cares? I wasn't laughing during all of this. Doesn't it help Dolph Ziggler's character? It makes Dolph Ziggler look more like a heel than a fucking babyface. You feel more bad for the Miz that his pictures are being exposed to the damn world. Seriously, it's just poor execution. And it's like, you know, it wasn't like the Miz got his one-ups on Ziggler or Ziggler got his one-ups on Miz. It was just kind of like Damian Sandow was just ragdolled into this segment just so he could get his ass kicked. You know, you don't have any tension between these two. The only tension that we have so far is that, you know, Ziggler beat Miz at SummerSlam. What else is there? Nothing. Seriously. Execute these promos better, please. Because a lot of guys do need mic time. That's just how we can get into them as characters. But if you do stuff like this, usual babyface corny crap, where the heel or babyface don't look strong at the end of the day, it doesn't work out well at the end of the day. The Paige and AJ Lee stuff, you know, I actually thought it was pretty solid. I like what they did, you know, with Paige acting like a little heel, you know, saying, come on, AJ, reach out for the tag, reach out for the tag. And we all know that AJ can't reach that fucking far. Paige, you're in the middle of the ring. And then AJ gets that baby face, like, oh, redemption tag, like slapping the shit out of Paige. Like, I thought that was good stuff. But, you know, when they were doing their little stare down and kissing the title, it made me remind myself, like, Nikki Bella's in this fucking feud. Really? Oh, God. We couldn't just have Paige and AJ have one more blow-off match. Nah. We had to add Nikki Bella to it. That's what kind of ruined the Paige and AJ build, for me at least. What was Brock Lesnar's warning to fucking John Cena? He wasn't there on Raw to tell us. He really wasn't. Instead, we have Paul Heyman coming out here, and he's cutting the same promo. And then John Cena comes out, and he cuts the same promo. And then Paul Heyman tells John Cena to simplify everything Paul Heyman said in a 20-minute fucking rant that everyone was all freaking grabbing their lotion to and jacking off to because it's Paul Heyman speaking. In a 20-minute rant, he was just pretty much telling John Cena to embrace the hate. If you wanted John Cena to embrace the hate, if you wanted to waste our time, WWE, and having Paul Heyman cut this promo, he should have just had Kane from 2012 come out and say that in 3 words. We did not need to waste Paul Heyman 20 minutes doing this shtick and then having Cena doing his fucking shtick of like, I'm never going to turn back on the C Nation. Eat, sleep, be John Cena, repeat. We didn't need this shit on Raw tonight. This sucked. It did. I don't care what anyone says. It sucked. It was long, it was boring, and it doesn't get me hyped up for John Cena and Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. It just doesn't. Because, like, the thing is, Paul Heyman's promo would be good if John Cena actually, you know, showed some emotion and actually cared what Heyman was saying. But when Heyman was talking the whole time, here's John Cena taking off his hat, rubbing his head, kind of snickering at Heyman, like, you know, laughing along with Paul Heyman. Saying like, oh, you're trying to tell me to turn heel when you know I won't ever turn fucking heel. Good joke, Paul. You know, Seriously, how can I take what Paul Heyman was saying seriously or think it was fucking good if the guy in the middle of the ring doesn't fucking take it seriously or think it's fucking good? Seriously, terrible fucking shit. Seriously, if this is how Brock Lesnar's title reign is going to go, oh my god, it's just going to be bad. And I cannot wait until they take the belt off Brock Lesnar for real. Because we're going to have Paul Heyman come out and waste our time for 20 minutes every fucking week. Oh god, it's just going to be bad. Now, I will say this. I always come on here and I talk about the WWE. They need to give us fresher matchups on Raw. And here's our United States champion, Sheamus, and our Money in the Bank winner, Seth Rollins, going on one-on-one match. And I said to myself, boy, this is a fresh fucking matchup. My problem with it is Cesaro came out, and I get it. Some people are going to be like, well, Chase, they have to build up the Cesaro and Sheamus feud somehow. Well, they have 3 other fucking shows to do that. They have Main Event, they have SmackDown, they have Raw. You can build this up at any time. It is fine, WWE, to have people win or lose clean on TV shows, especially if you're trying to build up Seth Rollins as a heel who took out a big-time babyface in Dean Ambrose. What is the problem with him pinning the United States champion Sheamus clean on Monday Night Raw? That's what I'm saying. You know, Seth Rollins, he has a guaranteed shot at the World Heavyweight title with that Money in the Bank briefcase. That briefcase has more power than the United States fucking title. It's fine if Seth Rollins gets a clean win here, and then you can have it where Cesaro comes out after the match, and he's just laughing at Sheamus. He's on the top of the ramp clapping for Seth, and he's laughing at Sheamus that he lost, and then he does a little title signature thing. That's good enough. You didn't need to do all the shenanigans with Cesaro's music hitting, and then Cesaro having the U.S. title, and then Sheamus and Cesaro doing a tug of war for the belt. You didn't need to do all this other nonsense. That's just me. For my money, the best part of Monday Night Raw didn't even feature people on the main roster. They featured 4 dudes on NXT. That was the best part of Monday Night Raw. When I saw that they were going to promote TakeOver 2, I was like, okay, so they're just going to show a video package, and that's it. They did that. But then all of a sudden, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to have a tag team match featuring the 4 guys in the Fatal 4-Way title match. I was like, what? Oh, this is actually good promotion for NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way. This is good stuff right here. You're going to feature the 4 main guys on NXT on Monday Night Raw, and hopefully this gets people to buy the network? Yeah, I think that's pretty damn good promotion. That's something you should do more often, WWE. And frankly, quite honestly, instead of plugging the network down our fucking throats, show us why we should buy the fucking network. This was good stuff. I really liked it. For the amount of time they were given, they worked a solid match. And for my money's worth, Adrian Neville fucking killed it. That's for my money's worth. I thought he was the star in this tag match. You could tell Adrian Neville was like, oh, I'm on main TV. I'm going to steal the fucking show. Let me do all these flips. Let me do all these kicks. And let me pull off that red arrow at the end. Just get the fans buzzing. They did a good job with these guys in this tag team match. Thought the WWE did a fine job with it. My only problem with this segment is they didn't get their fucking entrances. That's pretty much it. Like, you couldn't really get these guys' entrances. I mean, Tyler Breeze's entrance. Could you imagine his face on the fucking Titantron? I'm just saying. But other than that, good stuff, WWE. Jerry Springer and the Bella and Bella stuff was just bad, man. I'm sorry. I just didn't care for it whatsoever, man. And here's the reason why I just don't like the Bella feud. It's because these two are bad actresses. I have no problem watching these two wrestle a match because I've been one of the bigger defenders that have said Nikki and Brie have improved in the ring, and if these two actually had a match with each other, it would be actually pretty damn good. But the storyline of the feud is just so fucking bad. In this segment, it was a train wreck to begin with, dude. You have Nikki's fake ass saying fake shit to her sister. You know, Brie barely reacting to anything Nikki's saying. Stupid Total Divas clips that are like over 2 years old. You have it where freaking Bella's mom, who's a MILF, by the way, she's fucking hot, saying, stop fighting, you two, I love you. You have it where the real-life brother comes out and sides herself with Brie, and then this leads to a stupid brawl. And here's the thing. Like I said, I just can't believe anything that Nikki's saying to Brie or what Brie's saying to Nikki. These two don't come off like they actually hate each other. It just feels like bad forced dialogue acting. That's what it is with these segments. I don't believe anything that's coming out of their mouths or from their facial expressions. I just don't, because these two are terrible actresses. And like I said, they overcomplicated this whole storyline and feud to begin with. You could have just had it easily where it's like, oh, Brie, I was mad because you quit the fucking company and you had to make me go through all this torture and pain. That's why I betrayed you at SummerSlam. But instead, they decided to do this whole fucking family affair, and it started when they were 16. That's why this feud is bad, because they overcomplicated the Bella versus Bella stuff. I'm sorry, this was bad. The best part of this damn segment, actually two best parts, was that JJ sold his fucking punch by Nikki like a champ. He sold that better than half the main roster ever would. Good shit on you, JJ. And Jerry fucking Springer selling that fake leg injury. Good stuff by Jerry Springer, man. John Cena gets his ass kicking of the lifetime, and he comes out just fine. But you, after getting rumped on by 3 women, you sell that leg injury like a fucking champ. Good stuff on you, Jerry Springer. But other than that, this shit was bad, and this is something you can definitely skip from Monday Night Raw. Don't watch it, and don't waste your time. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. It's probably not true, but I'm just saying, I know what Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels is doing in his spare time. He's playing the fucking bunny in the Rosebuds. Just saying, dude, that super kick was very HBK-esque, and for all we know, hell, maybe he wears that bunny suit when he goes bunny hunting. We all know Shawn Michaels like hunting, and camouflage is one of the biggest things in hunting. He probably mixes in with the bunnies before he kills them. Just saying. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if HB Shizzle was the fucking bunny of Adam Rose's Rosebuds. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Before I get into the Randy Orton and Roman Reigns match, it looks like Randy Orton and Chris Jericho are going to have a random pay-per-view match at Night of Champions. Whoopee! Alright, now talking about the main event match itself. Have you seen their SummerSlam match? Add like maybe 5 minutes to it with the screwy finish. That's pretty much what you got out of this match. It was pretty much the same as their SummerSlam match. I mean, Orton pulled out some moves that he didn't do in the past, but that he used to do in the past. But other than that, nothing really too special here, because out comes Kane and Rollins to come out and attack Roman Reigns. And then all of a sudden the production crew were out there and they're setting up these black bars for the steel cage. And I just have this question. I thought back in the old days, the steel cage can just lower when it wants to lower. Does it really need those black bars to support it? Oh, I was like confused on that. And then especially when Roman Reigns was making his comeback, you know, Seth Rollins had to slide a steel chair in there. Thank God Rollins got out of the way when he did, because one of the black bars, like I guess the black bars are really, really fucking pointy. It almost stabbed Rollins in the fucking back, dude. And I was like, oh my God, thank God he rolled out of the way when he did. Go watch that back. You'll be like, thank God Seth Rollins rolled out of the way, because that shit went into his back. He would have been fucking dead. He would have been fucking dead. But afterwards, you know, Roman Reigns is doing the babyface comeback, and then the heels get the upper hand, taking out Roman Reigns. And, you know, the beatdown, it was okay. It was fine. I just felt like, you know, the ending was just weak. You know, a curb stomp on the steel chair, you're telling me that's going to take out Roman Reigns? Okay, this is the same Roman Reigns that I saw Randy Orton RKO through a damn table, and he was fine after that. He came out the next week. This is the same Roman Reigns who had a last man standing match with Kane. You know, during that last man standing match, he went through the table. He got hit with the steel steps, and he was fine after that. And then not only that, the same thing with Payback. This is the same Roman Reigns. If we want to go back on Payback, this is the same Roman Reigns that got candlesticked by all members of Evolution on the steel steps. Looked like he was down and out, came back, got the babyface win for the damn Shield, and then and he was fine the next night on Monday Night Raw. You're trying to tell me that this curb stomp on the steel chair is enough to take out Roman Reigns? I just felt it was weak. I just felt it wasn't executed properly. It was a weak ending. Like, the beatdown was fine. I thought the beatdown was good, but the execution of it all to end it, it was just weak shit. You know, that stuff ain't going to take out Roman Reigns. I mean, you know what, I would have taken down Roman Reigns if Randy Orton stepped back a little bit, looked down at Roman Reigns like this, grabbed the turnbuckles like, and then fucking set up for the punt. Now, that would have taken out Roman Reigns, but no, fuck the punt, because that leads to concussions or whatever. I don't know. Overall, I just felt this ending to Raw, it was pretty weak. And once again, we get another match where we can't have a fucking definitive winner. Like, how hard is it just to get a definitive winner on Monday Night Raw? That's all I'm asking for. Like, I don't care if Roman Reigns would have pinned Randy Orton. At least give us a definitive winner to end this match up. That's all I gotta say. This Raw, to me, was boring and bad. It wasn't as bad as last week's episode. Nothing could be as bad as fucking that shit. There were some positives, but other than that, there was just way too much more negatives than there were positives on this show. And it was just feeling like, even though like WWE was trying to make this feel like, oh, it's a new season of the WWE, be excited for it, it felt like the same crap that I've been watching for weeks and weeks and weeks. You know, they're doing some stuff to build up for Night of Champions, but it's the same crap type of stuff that we could have saw in fucking April. You know, like, the build up for your championship matches are fucking feeling like the same. Everything feels the same about the WWE. It doesn't feel like anything new or different is happening week in and week out. I hope the go-home show for next week's Raw is much better, because they certainly fucking need it. But other than that, this episode of Raw, it was a bad one for sure. Anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys subscribe down below. Leave your comments on what you thought about Monday Night Raw in the comment section down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Check out my website, chillinwithchase.com. Don't forget to check out my WCW Fall Brawl 1996 review. I reviewed that on my channel this Sunday, so go check that out. And for all you guys, yes, I'm reviewing TakeOver Fatal 4-Way. I'm going to have a short review and a long review with my good boy David Rivera from In the Hot Seat Live. So make sure you guys check that out on Thursday on this channel. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Peace.